Starting with Chapter 5, you'll skip the hub cutscenes. You'll then roll down to the bottom. Now, note about these lock puzzles and the sort of entry animation. So, you'll notice that this, I don't know what this thing is called, honestly. We'll call it a blob. The blob that's in this lock puzzle, you can see it's kind of standing out looking around. If you get too close, it'll get scared, and it'll enter the lock, sort of in this hiding state. So, just keep an eye on that. You can't mash the C button in order to enter this. So, like, I was pressing C there. Actually, I'll make it even clearer. Like, I was mashing the C button there, but it would not let me enter. What you have to do is you have to wait for the blob to enter the lock before you're able to press the C button. So right there, he enters the lock, then I can press the C button to enter. And then you'll just complete the lock puzzle. For all instances of lock puzzles, I will include the solution in the description. This one is the most straightforward, so it's just right, left, left, right, right. But for all future ones, and this one for that matter, I will include the order in the description in case you need to memorize it. But then you can skip the cutscene, and then you'll roll over to Gergolfin to talk and enter the level. Note that Gergolfin's position on this dock is random, so ideally the closer to the spawn, which is sort of over here, the better. He can be as far as where he is now, actually, where he's sitting on the end of the dock and making you roll as much as possible, making you lose as much time as possible. You just talk to him to enter the level. You'll roll over to this first crystal. Control this scroll just for demonstration purposes. So, like earlier with the turtles and the blocks, the same snapback technique can be applied to crystals. So, it's really just any of these objects that you can freely push. A note about this crystal specifically is the snapback on the second push is more important than most snapbacks. This is because if you push it too late, you're not able to get a rollout as the crystal intercepts this beam and unlocks the gate. So I'd like to be able to get it to show what it looks like. But because I was able to get the snapback there, I have just enough time in order to do a rollout, albeit not the optimal angle, but that it's the same idea, where you want to get the snapback and then a rollout, because otherwise you don't have enough time to get that rollout. So the snapback there saves more time than others. Roll over to the wooden gate, knock it down, standard attack, and you'll just attack. Roll over to this next crystal. You don't need to kill this guy, I'm just killing him for sake. There's a couple of different strats you can do here. The strat that I don't like, but I will show anyway because more people do this strat than I've seen otherwise, is they sort of walk to this lever in range of it and push the crystal while they activate the lever. So, and I don't really practice this setup very much. Let's see if I can get it. But you can kind of see the idea. I'll show the method that I like to do, which is also fast. Just resetting the laser. What I do is I just push the crystal twice, and then I get a snapback on the second push of the crystal, and then roll to the lever in order to rotate it. And then by doing it, you're able to skip the cutscene where the gate comes down. So doing 2 pushes and then a snapback to activate the lever. And you'll roll up here, grab the key, you'll push this crystal twice, and you'll roll over to this lever to rotate it. But note that we need to do this in a very specific sequence. So, in order, you'll roll towards the lever to rotate the first time. You'll rotate again while unlocking the cage, so that's the second rotation. And then you'll want to align yourself to roll diagonally into the top beam, so this, the one that I'm running through right now. You want to roll into that beam on the third rotation in order to skip a cutscene. So, rolling over here, rotating it once, rotating it twice to unlock the gate. And then you want to roll into this beam while activating the lever in order to sort of stand in this to delay the trigger of this being activated. You can kind of use the lever to align yourself. So like that, and then you can just roll twice. And then you skip it. Grab this key. Standing over here makes this gate work a little bit nicer, so you don't need to kill these enemies, just kind of explaining what's going on. So standing over here makes it a little bit more consistent to open the gate. And this lever, you need to rotate 4 times. And knocking them out just for explanation's sake. Like the cannons in Chapter 1, you want to align yourself so you can roll out as you activate the lever. So you can get the roll during the cutscene. And you just need to do it 4 times total. Doesn't matter if you do 1 and 3. Like 1, go over to the right, and then 3, or 2 and 2. Just make sure that the last time you do it is when you're leaving that area. You can single attack to kill these trolls as long as they're grouped up. You'll roll over, grab this key. You'll again go on the left side in order to unlock that cage, killing them just to clear the area. Not necessary for the run, just for demonstration. And then after that, you just roll. Okay, just another quick interruption. So after you unlock this cage, you want to get a rollout so that during the cutscene you go through the oil barrels. This saves a little bit of time, and you don't have to worry about doing your rolls after the fact. So have a quick clip of that as well, but just wanted to explain what that is. You'll roll over to grab this key, roll back, climb up here, you'll unlock this key gate, or this gate, cage, whatever. You'll unlock this cage, and then you want to wait to enter the teleporter before, you want to wait to enter the teleporter until the cutscene starts. If you enter it too quickly, the camera can do some really finicky things and make the end of the level kind of weird. So, I just roll over close to the teleporter. I say as I messed up the angle trying to explain what to do and got blocked. But you want to wait to enter the teleporter. Otherwise, that cutscene will really throw off the camera, and it'll do some weird things. Another thing that you can do for the camera in this section is unlock the cage and then go into the teleporter. Which will then result in the camera being weird. But if you just wait, this cutscene will play normally. Be careful with doing that method though, because again, the camera can be really weird and the cutscene can be weird. So just keep that in mind if you decide to go for the early teleporter. You'll unlock the last cage. And just roll over here, grab the bomb, and you'll throw it into the furnace. And that's the end of Chapter 5.
Redirige le rayon d'énergie pour ouvrir la porte. Les Skylanders. Les Skylanders liés à la tech sont plus puissants qu'ici. Tourne le rayon d'énergie pour éliminer tes ennemis. Lance la bombe dans le crâne fumé pour détruire la raffinerie.